And hey, Kayla,
Oh,
we're back.
we're
Uh,
back.
we're back because I want to tell my friends about all the good stuff that you're doing. So Kayla works for a chiropractic clinic. She manages and runs that clinic. She does lots and lots of things. And so I want to introduce you to Kayla personally. But we're going to talk about child chiropractic today. And, that's one of your specialties.
Yeah.
And you have some programs that are really helpful for that, and just lots of resources. I don't know a lot of pediatric chiropractors.
Yeah.
Is that a thing? I mean, is it just that I didn't know that there was a lot of them, or is it that there isn't a lot of them?
I think it's definitely growing. I think in the past 10 to 15 years, it's become more of a thing, but it definitely isn't what people think of when they think of going to a chiropractor, for sure.
Right. But you have seen, like, whenever I'm over there, there's kids everywhere.
Yeah.
There's kids there every single time that I've been there.
Yeah.
And what would make what tell me, what is right, child pediatric
Yeah.
pediatric chiropractic? Tell us more about it.
Yeah. We start adjusting babies as soon as you want them adjusted. I have two kids. Mine personally, Dr. Maurer started adjusting in the hospital right after they were born. So they were less than 24 hours old when they each got adjusted. And if you're familiar with chiropractic, it does not look anything like an adult getting adjusted. So there's no cracking. It really looks like she's just cuddling the baby. And obviously their bodies are built a lot differently. There's a lot less muscle tension, but it's great. Birth is traumatic, like for the kid too.
Birth is traumatic.
It is. They're scrunched in there for so long, and it's traumatic coming out. So it's great. They can't tell us if they're in pain. So a lot of times people with fussy babies, colicky babies, babies with digestive issues, a lot of that can be helped with chiropractic care. And then as kids get older, it's great for chronic ear infections. We've seen a lot of kids who were on the track to get ear tubes who, after getting adjusted regularly for a while, didn't need to get those ear tubes anymore. We see kids for another thing with babies is torticollis. Their neck is, really tight on one side and they maybe can't straighten their head, or they tend to turn all the time towards one side. That's a lot of
I've
tension.
seen that. Yes, I've seen that.
And then, kids are rough and tumble. So as they get older and they're in sports, keeping them tuned up. My kids personally, I've gotten them adjusted as they get older for bedwetting. Both of them had a really hard time potty training at night, and getting adjusted helped a lot. Every nerve in your body exits your spine at one level. And so every system, everything in your body is controlled by your nervous system. And when your spine isn't in alignment, that affects all of your systems, can affect all of your. So,
Wow.
adjusted and taking that interference out of the nervous system can help with so many things.
And I think that's a really big conversation that none of us have about the benefit of Vitality Club, because you have something called a Vitality program.
Yep.
And I don't know, is that offered for the children as well?
For sure. Yeah. The thing with chiropractic care in kids is that even if your insurance covers chiropractic care, for pediatrics, it's really hard to get visits approved. They really only cover for torticollis, for a diagnosed torticollis. Ear infections, digestive issues, colic, bedwetting, stuff like that, we can't bill to insurance. So we have really set up a way to make sure that parents can get their kids in and for an affordable. So not only do we offer the Vitality Club for kids, which gets them 2 visits every month for, we're going to put me on the spot here, $35 a month.
Are you kidding me? $35? No.
$35
Wow.
for kids up to the age, so kids birth to 12, it's $35 a month. And And we also offer what we call the basic plan for kids. That is $25 a month, and that's just one adjustment per month.
Right. But to be able to come, I mean, the ear infections alone, right? I mean, it's ear infection season. But again, I love that part about adjusting the spine, just frees up that flow to everything.
Yep.
Is that the secret to the Vitality Club? Is that kind of better adjustment?
Yeah, I mean, for sure, the secret to it is staying on top of things, staying ahead of, we do preventative care for our teeth, we do preventative care with our annual physicals, but it's just as important to do preventative care when it comes to chiropractic. It definitely keeps those bigger issues at bay.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. And so chiropractic, so being so 18 years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, 18 years, pediatric chiropractic, big deal. Big deal. And I think it's a big deal to let people know what that looks like, right? Of that it's not cracking, it's not, it looks like she's just snuggling you.
Yeah.
Especially
Yep.
if you're a baby.
Yeah.
And that newborn piece, I would have given anything to make things work better with every colicky baby I had. I think a lot of people don't know that that's even an option. How do people find you? One, we want them to be able to find you that way, but how does a parent know that maybe a chiropractor would help?
I think a lot of times it is word of mouth. People, they're talking to their friends and family about like, oh, this baby is just so colicky, or she doesn't seem to want to turn her head one way or the other, and they'll say, oh, well, when so and so was little, we took them to see a chiropractor, and they just kind of, oh, or they're Googling, right? They're like, what can help with this kid's chronic ear infections? And chiropractic care comes up, that sort of a thing. I think word of mouth and doing some research is definitely the biggest way that people find us.
Right, right. And I feel like that's a very affordable tool to someone who's looking down that tubes in the ear. I mean, and tubes in the ear doesn't always work either. I mean, I've had kids, their tubes came out by the next morning.
Yeah.
So sometimes tubes in the ear doesn't even work either.
Right.
So
Yeah.
having another tool that's so affordable really feels good. Really
Yeah.
feels good. The other thing I see with a lot of is I see almost like a whole teams of like wrestling kids, or I see a lot of gymnasts in there. I see a lot of dancers in there. People who have children that are over the age of 12 in junior high and senior high. I see a lot of high schoolers in your place too. What's the benefit for those people who are really using their body in sports?
Yeah, those kids, they abuse their bodies, man, for those sports. So definitely treating injuries when they come up and just keeping your body moving, and again, preventing those muscle strains and those injuries. We also have cupping that Dr. Maurer does. That's great for acute and chronic issues with backs, dancers, gymnasts, that sort of thing. And then we have Dr. Cohn uses the well wave machine. That's great for if somebody sprains their ankle or injures their shoulder during sports, that sort of thing.
That well wave machine is magic. Can you explain the well wave machine? Because I'm a fan.
So it works through acoustic compression therapy, so sound waves. It's like a very, some chiropractors use ultrasound as a therapy. It is like ultrasound on steroids. So it's really getting in with sound waves and helping repair soft tissue, ligaments and tendons, which most therapies don't help. It helps with the healing process of those.
And that's a machine that someone can use even if they aren't a normal client, that they can just come and try that therapy.
For sure. We have a relationship with a local high school whose track coach loves the wall wave machine, and every track season we get an influx of runners and hurdlers and all that stuff who, they sprain their ankle or they've got a bum knee, and he says, go to Dr. Cohn and try this out. So yeah.
Right. Well, and I think that's also the other interesting thing that I think people should know about from your clinic is you have different doctors who specialize in different things. So you have a pediatric, but you also have, I mean, Cohen does a lot of runners, a lot of athletes, a lot of everyday people who are using their body. And again, all those kids that are in high school and doing sports and so forth. I like that everyone has their specialty.
Yeah, it's great. Everybody works together to get the patient what they need.
Yeah. So and you all have different specialties, so you can all bring something to the table.
Yeah, for sure.
So when you come to that clinic, it's not just, you don't just get one body of knowledge. You get you got 3 full-time docs there.
Yeah.
So lots of choices.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for spending time with me.
Of course. Thank you.
Okay, so let's go to remind everybody name of the clinic, where they can get you. We'll put something down here, and then again, anything else that I forgot about Pediatric Chiropractic.
Yep. So we're called HealthWise Family Chiropractic. HealthWise is all one word. We are in St. Anthony Village, which is kind of right in between New Brighton and East Minneapolis. We're about 2 miles south of 694 on Silver Lake Road, and we're not far from 35W and County Road D. We have been here for almost 18 years, and yeah, definitely check it out for your kids. It's been amazing. Like my kids, like I say, have been getting adjusted since they were little, and they know now. Like my daughter is 11 and she tweaked her neck playing on a friend's trampoline a couple of weeks ago, and she was like, I need to go. We call it getting their popcorn because you hear the popping noises. I need to go get my popcorn, my neck hurts. So um, it's really cool.
Right, but also I love that about that she recognizes that I have pain and it's fixable.
Yeah.
You know, that power every adult could learn from.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, kids are very with their bodies.
Well, how much time, right? I will let something hurt,
right?
Because it doesn't stop me from moving, but I don't go in and get it fixed.
Correct.
Vitality is, I think, it's a subscription model of service. It is a subscription model that you can get also for your children. But that Vitality Club, I think, really puts the power of wellness into everybody else's life.
Yeah, for sure.
And you have people who have been on Vitality for a long time.
Oh yeah. Yeah, years and years.
Yeah, because it really does work. So the numbers don't lie.
Correct.
Right. Yep. The numbers don't lie. Feeling better is more fun.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, everybody, thanks so much. I will put some information down there. Go ahead and link up. But again, Kayla, would love to see you and all your kids. It'll be great.
Yep. We love it. All right. Thanks, Mickey.
Bye.